Yo, what's going on, guys? We've got the Perrin license plate relocation kit. We're gonna put it on our car, show you how to do it yourself. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's JP from edgeautosport.com. Thanks for tuning in. We've got the project FC3 behind me. Excited to get working on this thing again. It's been a little bit since we got the clutch done and the flex fuel all tuned up, ready to go. We're gonna do some aesthetic stuff today, but before we do that, just wanted to give a quick shout out to the 10th gen Honda Civic community. We just want to say that we appreciate the heck out of you guys purchasing stuff from us lately. I know we're fairly new to this game as of the last handful of months, but we really appreciate your support. We've gotten a ton of comments on these channels, or on these videos on our channel, and just really appreciate you following us and following the build and commenting. And we've also gotten a lot of orders from you guys, so just want to say thank you very much for all of it. So anyway, we are going to get into this install right now. What we're going to do is install a Perrin license plate relocation kit. It installs right here on the SI. It also installs really the same way on the Type R, but just obviously because the Type R is slightly different on the front bumper, the directions are slightly different for the Type R, but we're going to be doing the SI today. As you can see, our original license plate bracket went right here. We never had it on. But unfortunately the dealer screwed, holes in the bumper, like every stupid dealer does, you know what I mean, when they put holes in the bumper right here. But we got it wrapped, so you can't even see those, which is nice. But we would like to, I don't know, just be able to have a front license plate in some random situations where a front license plate is needed. And we know, even though this isn't a daily, this is like a shop car, we know a lot of you guys out there, according to your local laws, are going to need a front license plate, but it doesn't always look good right here in the front of the car in the center. And especially if it's hanging down at all right below this solid part of the bumper, it could be blocking your front mount intercooler, which you don't want. You want as much air to go through there as possible. Even taking away one single row of fins on an intercooler has an effect on its ability to cool. So we want to eliminate that possibility altogether, put on this Perrin license plate relocate, and have a fancy looking front bumper and a legal front bumper. So we're gonna get into it, let's go. Okay, so this is the part of the bumper we're gonna be working with, this kind of bezel, or this plastic insert right here on the front bumper. This little, whatever this thing is, machined little stud here. This goes onto the inside of kind of where the bumper beam, or I guess it's kind of like a frame rail, it attaches, the front of it is where the bumper beam attaches to the other side. So this is going to sit right in there and be bolted in. Perrin has a template that they send with the kit. It's just a piece of paper, and you kind of pin it to this shape right here, and you drill a hole where that template has a hole, and then it's the perfect location for this to stick out, and then it mounts to here. So the one thing, I thought maybe we have to take the bumper off, but really quick before I get into doing that, because that takes a certain amount of time, I'm actually going to see if I can pop this thing off just from inside. I'm going to put it up on the lift and just have a look inside of there, see if I can get it off. I've never tried that. But if it's too hard, then we're just going to go ahead and take off the bumper and do it kind of the easy way once the bumper's off. So let's take the car up. It looks like the bezel that we're trying to take off, it's definitely accessible on the bottom side. I'm not sure about the accessibility on the top, and I can already see like one pop clip that's going to be hard to access from here. So I've taken the bumper off so many times at this point that I can do it fairly quickly. So we're just going to go that way, and that way you'll be able to see it easier from inside the bumper anyway. So it's really not that hard to take off the bumper. So we're just going to do that. Okay, so we got the bumper off the car. This is the inside of the bumper. If you need to know how to take off the bumper, go check out our front mount intercooler install video. We explain in detail how to take it off. We don't really care to do that on every single video, but that's a really good resource. So go check that out if you need to know how to take this off. It's very simple, but definitely on your first time, you want to be careful just if you don't know what you're doing. So yeah, go check that out. But once you have the bumper off, we're just going to take out, like I said, this kind of black bezel area right here. There's multiple little clips around the edge of this thing that you just kind of pop off. And there's also 1 or 2 of these little pop clips that we'll take off. And then this thing just pops right out the front. The light should stay in there. And this comes off by itself. So we're going to do that. All right, so here it is. It is out of the car, just this single black piece. We're gonna go take it to the table, put the template on it, and figure out where to drill our hole. Okay, so like I said, Perrin's instructions come with these 2 templates that you lay on top of this plastic piece here. This is gonna be for the Type R because this kit is for Type R. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this is different. The Type R's front fascia stuff is different than the SI. So we're gonna toss the Type R stuff aside. This is what you need to cut out for the SI. So they give you a couple of them. I'm assuming that's in case you screw it up. So if we do screw up the first one, we'll probably make copies of the second one to make sure that we have more. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this thing out here so that we can lay it down. Okay, we got the hole dialed in here. This is pretty smoothed out and everything, not too hard, plastic, super soft, so just goes right through. You could use a Dremel. We don't actually have a die grinder. I just use kind of like that rough like grinder wheel type thing on our air tool. So yeah, it's pretty easy to get a hole into there. And then before you put it back into the bumper, make sure that this fits through. As long as it fits through, we can confidently just put this back onto the bumper cover, put the bumper cover back onto the car after we put this on. And if we need to, grind it out anymore, we can just do it while it's on the bumper. So should be pretty easy from here. Okay, so we just ran into a problem, but it's not really a problem. It's just something I didn't read in the directions. The directions actually do say all non-Type R models, I think, you do have to drill through the bumper cover itself, which is the actual painted part. It's painted, but it's not really exposed to the outside through this plastic bezel. So you really don't have to worry about screwing it up. As long as the hole in the plastic piece is exactly where it needs to be, you can just go ahead and take a hole through the bumper cover in this section, and it's pretty risk-free, it looks like. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. All right, before the bumper goes on, we're gonna put this mounting stud on the bumper system here. So I've already got one bolt in here, put in the next bolt. You can actually mount these. We have this the furthest out. You can mount it a little bit further in if you don't want the plate to be sticking as far out. But we're just gonna have it stick as far out as it can go, just for a little bit of extra clearance. So. Okay, so the license plate bracket is on the car now. As you can see, we kind of put the bumper on like a 2 or 3 times just to make sure that the hole was exactly right so that it wasn't holding up any of the sides of the hole, and the bumper could fit perfectly fine. So you might have to do that on your install. Not really that hard to do, but just something you got to do to make sure everything lines up correctly. But I ended up using, let's see here, 4 spacers in between the bracket and the stud here. Tighten this bolt down with a washer on this side, and this thing is ready to go. You can slide it up and down, as you can see right here. We're gonna sit it all the way up so that we can have clear visibility from the fog light. And I mean, other than that, it's really done. So we just have to put the license plate on now, and we're all wrapped up. So hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you post them below. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button. We'll see you next time.